Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, scholars and dignitaries, welcome to another episode. Welcome to my world.
Hello, friends. So there's so much information out there that people really don't know who or what to vote for in 2024. I've noticed that this is much more complex because many people are either looking at short clip bites on TV to form their opinion or even falling for disinformation on some of those opinion channels. Well, I'm going to simplify it for you, and I'm going to do it by showing you the actual Republican platform against many of the issues the Democratic administration has championed for these past few years. But remember first, when you vote, you are not voting for a candidate, but for the party platform. This is vitally important. Yes, your candidate may have some ideas on how to direct laws and policy, but more often than not, he or she is guided by the controlling party's political platform. Please understand this first and foremost. So pay attention because this is really telltale. So here goes. So the Republicans released their platform. It's some 20 points that they will try to enact if they are voted in. We'll look at those policies first, and then some Democrat policies. No matter who the candidate is, if you like these first policies, you should vote Republican. If you like the others, then vote Democrat. The Republican platform expressed that they wish to unite our country, that they have love in the country and faith in our people, and that they want to protect American workers and farmers from unfair trade practices, to protect seniors, cultivate great schools, and make the American dream affordable again. And here is how they are going to do it. Seal the border. Stop the migrant invasion and begin a deportation policy. End inflation. Immediately bring prices down and make America affordable again. Begin energy production again and make America an international energy producer. Bring manufacturing and industries back to the United States and stop outsourcing our jobs. Large tax cuts for workers, no tax on tips for waitresses and waiters, and stop taxing Social Security. Stop the crime epidemic, crack down on crime, and rebuild our cities, making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms. End the weaponization of government against the American people. Fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. Now, there are 20 points that they made and will pursue, but this effectively captures the spirit that they're fighting for and in support of for everyone, including any race, religion, or creed. Now, as of this writing, I do not have the Democratic platform, but I can show you what essentially it is by showing you their policies that they've supported or have enacted over these last 4 years. Abortion, full term, all 9 months, and right up until and including into delivery. Open borders and welfare and free health care to the 15 million illegal immigrants. New York City alone has spent over $153 million for the illegal immigrants, and their contract for services is open-ended and may end up costing taxpayers many billions of dollars of untraceable, disposable cash. Reduce U.S. energy manufacturing and consumption. Expanding diversity, equity, and inclusion in place of merit. Critical race theory to be taught in schools and colleges and implemented in jobs and work sites. LGBTQ+, not just for basic civil rights, but for expansion of rights two extreme levels. More laws and larger government, and of course, with more laws comes higher fees and taxes. The use of lawfare, using government to persecute and prosecute the opposing political party. Mandating green policies that can cost taxpayers as much as $30 trillion, like shutting down the Keystone Pipeline and stopping drilling for gas and oil while buying our energy from abroad. Forcing the purchasing of electric cars and buses without a proper infrastructure for support, and even reducing beef herds that supposedly reduce methane release, or eliminating gas stoves and gas furnaces, all of which are questionable policies. Hire 87,000 IRS agents who, as according to the Secretary of the Treasury, will allow 90% more audits of families and corporations making under $400,000 a year. Implementing a $500 billion bailout for student loans that thankfully was rejected by the Supreme Court. And of course, one of their biggest policies implemented all over America was going soft on crime with social justice initiatives, including policies like defunding the police, catch and release, bonding issues, ignoring petty larceny, ignoring the riots and protests, and rewriting conviction and sentencing procedures. And finally, Democrats do believe in, well, shall we say, generous spending by government of your tax dollars. And with that, the national deficit has now ballooned to $36 trillion, with another $9 trillion projected in the near future. And that means that every year we are paying over $1 trillion a year just on interest on that debt. So there you have it. If you like the policies of the Republicans, you should vote Republican. If you like the policies of the Democrats, you should vote Democrat. And of course, in all fairness, you won't like every policy of either party. But don't let this become a single issue election where you will or won't vote for a party because of one issue. Look at the totality of the issues and especially how they will affect your family, your children over the next 10 to 20 years. Hey, be safe, be well, and remember, your vote does count.